So they stole it. Why do you know where they took me? Oh, I want that. Can I have my iPad?
Very much. You and the TG must be ready to also answer questions because you are members of the committee. You can provide more clarity on the processes that unfolded. There's no negotiations going forward with anyone. We are going to a committee, and then the law must be followed to the letter. So there's no one who's going to be seeking any favor from anyone. We outlined what we want in the budget, and we've even put that down, sent to the ANC, sent to the minister, and we've even published those things that we are talking about. So you will know that once we agree on such things, it means that the ANC, if it wants to win us over, it has to reach out and agree on some of those issues. Issues like the increase of corporate tax, the apartheid tax, and those underutilized land tax, and so many. So these are not necessarily about everything else except that this is where we can generate revenue. Instead of going to target the poor, let's go to the people who matter the most, who make money, and collect more taxes from them. And it has, the parliament process is such that this matter he must prepare a new budget and then go to the finance committee, and then there must be public consultations, I think for 30 days, and then come back to through the committee to come and present the budget. So in all of those days, there will not be budget, so which means in the absence of the newly adopted budget, you use the previous budget. So that's where we find ourselves. The Progressive Caucus is there. I mean, even when we went to, to vote for budget, we had a meeting of the Progressive Caucus. We took a position with the NCC. The NCC was there. You saw that meeting we had with ANC by the toilet there in Parliament. There is a picture there where we were standing next to the toilet. The ANC was asking us to abstain so that they can get the numbers, because they were not sure about the numbers. They were asking us to abstain. And they went to do that to NCC. They said they must abstain. So the NCC, having known that they participated in the Progressive Caucus and the position was taken there, they were not prepared to abstain being physically there. So they pretended like they are going outside for something and then they disappeared, which is a very unacceptable practices. I mean, we must not relate as if what is on the street. You can just, mislead people and disappear. But the people of South Africa will judge them for who they are. The ANC said the court papers have nothing to do with tax. The court spoke to tax. So the ANC is exposed. And I don't understand, why would Mbalula say the ANC has always opposed VAT and the media doesn't take him head on? That who presented the VAT? Because the VAT didn't present itself there in Parliament. It was the ANC finance minister who presented the VAT and the budget. And then the ANC, after securing that narrow victory, they celebrated. They were singing. And then they were joined by that prisoner, the ex-convict. He was singing the loudest from the front there, like a child excited. So when you come and say you didn't support VAT, and VAT gets adopted, and then you dance, you ululate, you celebrate, And the people of South Africa still trust such people as leaders of society. People who lie openly in public, lie, that we never supported. There's nothing wrong with a principle that said, well, we thought this was going to be the most effective way to collect more taxes, but after many persuasions, the ANC withdraws its proposal. Because we went to have a meeting with the ANC. They were telling us that we must support 0.5%. We refused. We said we're not going to support any VAT increase, and then we're not going to participate in anything that has got to do with the DA and the Freedom Front Plus. So it's a lie. It's a complete lie. I don't think the question about people attending churches and all of that, it's really our concern, because you're going to ask us in future, you saw so-and-so attending a club or shein or something. We have nothing to do with such things. People do what they want to do, and they don't belong to our organization, so we have nothing to do with that.
Conscientiously, okay? And the best of my ability. Conscientiously.